Hey Gemini, this is Perrymore Tarot's daily reading for April 2nd, 2024. I almost said August. What in the world? This is for Gemini, last shuffle for Gemini. Let's see what's going on. Gemini, we have new beginnings and we have fear. Some of you are going through this cycle of things, something starting over or starting. Something is starting and you may be worried. This could be anything, a new fear, like new fears or something here. Something may be growing too, like I'm feeling a fear that is building. The new beginnings is like, for some of you, you're really trying to put a stop to some sort of arguing or conflict. A lot of you may be saying, look, enough is enough. Let's just, there's a level of peace that you're trying to attain. It's not ending it. It's not to stop something for the sake of being like, I win or anything like that. It's more like, can we just like have peace for a second? I just need some time. Seven of Swords here. I get the vibe. Some people, some of you may be ghosting people, man, today. If there's any kind of conflict or new conflict, or you feel like you're on the defense at any point, you're going to leave everybody behind and walk away. They'll be like, where is Gemini? She was just sitting here, or he was just sitting right there. Gemini is gone. Gemini is having a blast. There's music playing. The windows roll down. I'm seeing a Gemini just like leave. New beginnings is Six of Swords, Five of Wands, Two of Wands, Nine of Cups. Your new approach. There's something about your new approach is like, I'm gonna be happy. Like if you feel any kind of conflict or any kind of moment where it's like, hey, I'm trying to defend myself, what would make me the happiest right now? I know, a strawberry sundae, and you're out of the house. Like you're focused. There's an energy of you being more focused on emotional fulfillment than anything else. And you don't want to waste your it's like my brother says this, but he's not a Gemini. He says that it's, why are you wasting my brain space? Like I only have so much space. Even though we only use 10%, I don't even want the 10% or the 1 to be consumed with this whatever this is, this tension, this idiocy. And so he'd be like, why are you wasting my brain space with this? And I used to be cracking up. But fear is the Four of Swords and Lovers. And so this is talking about, it's like whenever you try to do this and get some peace, there's something about a Gemini that really does not like to argue. It's like you do not want to argue. You don't like fights. You don't like all this stuff. You prefer to be alone or away from it. And it seems like with this combination, if you did take space because someone, you're dealing with someone who is just dedicated to causing a conflict or harping on the conflict, or things could not just get better after, agreeing to disagree. I'm even seeing an agree to disagree, right? It's not a real truce, but it's enough for you where it's like, listen, we have no other choice. We don't agree with this. You know what I mean? It is what it is. I don't agree. You don't agree, but we still should be like cool. But the fear is that when you do take time to yourself, or you follow that passion, or like, or whatever it is, right? What will make me happy right now? I don't know. Like, maybe I'll go have some wings somewhere while this person, fumes to themselves. Okay, because they need to calm down before they talk to me. You may have dealt with problems after that. You had to defend yourself. Why did you walk away? Why did this and that third? There might be something like that going on where you just like, you're at a place now where you really will not deal with the conflict at all. I just don't see, I see if it's a fear, that means that you've always wanted to do it and you probably didn't, or you ignored that call because you were worried about having to defend yourself later. Some of you may be in that space now or were. But what they're showing now is that you are in a place now where you don't want to deal with conflict at all. And for that to be said, there may be some conflict around you, or was just around you, or is coming up. And Spirit's like, think about what would make you the happiest. Okay, intuition and manifestation is Page of Cups and Eight of Pentacles. And this is screaming out a lot about how what you want is for someone to make that offer, or you're going to make this offer of like, look, we can work this out. Okay. But first, I really do need us to get on the same page of something. And what it is if we agree to disagree. I'm seeing that so strong that, yeah, I'm not going to get along with you for the sake of getting, like, I'm not going to agree with you for the sake of, like, peace. I think that we should be honest with each other and at least say, well, I don't agree and I don't agree, but that's okay. Or, perhaps work on this. Maybe we could work on certain things. Breaking down the fears of the other person and me. There's something about a compromise in that way. I'm not seeing compromise fully, but I'm seeing more of a person who's saying, I want to work on this. So I'll work on what bothers me. I'll tell you what it is. And we talk about this or we confer. I'm not seeing a conversation either, but this is what the energy is showing, because they're showing you being in a place of, like, I prefer to just abscond, get away from this for now. I need peace, right? But I see that your intuition is telling you that there's like I don't see an apology per se, but more of like a creative solution to a problem. You see a way that things could work, and you're willing to offer that once you have that time to yourself. That's something here that what you're trying to do. I think that's the main thing, is like when you take that time to yourself to enjoy your time and be like fulfilled or something, like, well, I'm going to go enjoy a coffee. I'll be back. And when you calm down, and then when you're there, you're thinking about what was said, and you're like, okay, I think I can offer this. Will that work for you? Family, friends, and guides is 8 of Swords and 6 of Wands. And this 8 of Swords is speaking a lot about how you may have seen in your life passed on loved ones or loved ones or relatives in general that maybe like you had to live with at some point. You have seen them. It's obvious they're trapped. Like, you know what I mean? It's obvious they're stuck in a situation that they may not feel is the best. They may be faking the funk in front of everybody. You know this situation's bad, or you saw it. Like, my grandparents never hugged. You know what I mean? Because, you felt a cold war, but you never knew what it was. They always were very cordial, and find out later that they just couldn't. They went through some stuff, and it was obvious that something had happened. You just didn't know what it was, right? This is that vibe. This is what's driving you to want to compromise. At least that's what this is showing. Like, I don't want to, it may not even have been your family. It could, or passed on loved ones. It could have been your friends or somebody you actually looked up to. You're like, I look up to this person, and you see their whole situation, and you're just like, yeah, it's obvious that you're trapped in this situation. You don't want to live like that, whether it be with your significant other, work, whatever. So there's something about you needing to take a break. There's some kind of a thing coming up, some kind of a challenge, and it is going to propel you to follow your heart and get the heck out of Dodge. And then it looks like a contemplation of what you want to manifest. And then a contemplation of like what you've seen. It's like you're really looking at, what have I seen in my life that makes it where I might ignore my that feel inside that this is not good. This is not right. So, yeah, they're showing this vibe, like, you take this and you try to create a better future for yourself. I see this very much so, but this is where, this is developing today, because it's a cycle, and then you have energy and spirit. That's like more of a cycle, like this is what's happening. This is like a process behind the scenes. It's building here. So you could be dealing with another Gemini, but we also have Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. So you could be a Gemini, Cancer cusp. And if you're not dealing with those signs could also be in your chart. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my links are on my page. Peace, love, and light. Take care.